Greetings, everyone, and today we're gonna finish Touchstar. I think this is like the last part of it, so let's hope. Okay, we don't bite. I'm not sure about that. Just hours ago, he tried to rob me, and you threatened me. Me? Steal? Surely you must be mistaken. You sure it was me? Yes, it was you. And then you had the gal to kick me out, just so you could go drinking. Oh my, these two are like partners in crime type stuff. Like, one tried to sexual harass me and steal from me. The other wanted to show me the American way. Whew. He gives another one of his shrugs. I was lonely. A simple answer than I expected, but I guess I can't fault him for that. Very suddenly slumps forward, gossamer sleeves pulling where he rests his elbows on his knees. Ace sets his hand on Very's waist. What are you two trying to do? So like, I'm not in the Touchstar community, but like, do you guys like ship these two or like? This sentence makes it pretty clear, huh? Narrowly prevented him from tipping off the counter. How about we start fresh, Begin with proper introductions, get off on the right foot and whatnot. I will start. The name's Very, Hunter Extraordinaire. Very's right hand flutters to his chest, and he bows his head, flinching when hair falls into his eyes. Ace doesn't say anything, so I suppose it's my turn now. Might as well go along with it then. It's a very cool guy. Very considers me for a long moment, his tail idly swaying behind him. Then he knocks back the rest of his champagne. It's a pleasure to formally meet you, very cool guy. He says my name slowly and deliberately, savoring every syllable. So, like, if he savors every syllable, let's say he's in bed, you know, and look, he has the collar and everything. Sorry, guys, I should stop being down bad. A.S. smirks at my reaction over the rim of his glass. Is something funny? No. I open my mouth and close it just as quickly. They want me to react, goading me into another ridiculous game. While their sharp cat-like eyes keep me on edge, something about this tension is fun. Main character? Question mark? It must be the Gin. A flash of white over Aes's shoulder catches my eye. Across the bar, Kuras heads for the door. I don't see Linder or Min, but it feels wrong to let him leave without saying goodbye. I'll be back. Very humps and wags his finger at me as I leave. I slip through the crowd, careful not to touch anyone, but just as I'm nearing Kuras, I stagger, shoulder checked by a man with a neck thicker than both my thighs. Odd description, but okay. He stares down at me, nostrils flaring. Out of my way, shitstain. My words spill out on their own. You watch it. I regret them as soon as they leave my mouth. That fucking Gin. Oh, the game said it, not me, so sorry about the cuss word. The roughneck wheels around, shoving a bloodhound out of the way so he can close in on me. What did you say? Oh, he shoves me backwards, sending me stumbling to the sticky floor. I'm fine, but my heart leaps into my throat when I see the roughneck bearing down on me. You trying to start something here? The roughneck freezes, his fist cocked back. A group of bloodhounds called by the commotion circle him, sizing him up. For what feels like an agonizing long moment, the roughneck looks from me to the bloodhounds. Finally, he sniffs and spits on the floor next to me. The lobe narrowly misses my cheek. Screw it. Too many freaks in this circus tonight. He turns his back on me and come face to face with Aes. A dangerous smile across his face. Yeah, he's Mikey. This guy is Mikey. I'm telling you, like, I think his inspiration is Mikey. No way. Or is it just that there's most intimidating people just have that innocent smile? Also, it's a cute smile, by the way. You will do. What happens next is a blur. Ace's fist. Oh my, I said fucking fish. I'll kill myself. No, I can't say that. I won't kill myself. But fish? Ace's fist crashes into the roughneck's jaw, causing an eruption of gas, shouts, and even cheers around us. I scramble to my feet, right as the frantic crowd swarms around me, cutting off my sight of everything and everyone. Though to Rekis, I hear Linder shouting, Hey, Ace, take it outside! Ignore them, everyone. Look, drinks are on me. With those 4 words, the wig erupts and with hoots and hollers. The ring... history, okay. The ring around me disperses as bloodhounds and onlookers rush towards the bar. Through the thinning crowd, I catch a glimpse of familiar faces. Ace vanish out the back, dragging the roughneck behind him. Kuras lingers near the door, searching, I suspect for any wound before he departs. This is a W doctor right here. He's the definition of a W doctor. Really out here looking after people. Min draws their hood up tightly as they slip out a side door. While Very leans over the counter to swipe a glass of wine from behind the bar. Linder, seated at the opposite end of the bar, gestures dramatically and apologetically at the bartender. In the space of a heartbeat, I realize that there's no telling when or if I will see any of them ever again. Whoever I pursue may be the last person I get to speak tonight. I follow. Ooh. This is a tough decision. We're not doing Very. Very is off the table. Min hates my guts, even though Min is cute boy. Hurrahs. And now it's between Linder and Aes. What's the worst that could happen if you go to Aes? Morbid curiosity draws at me after Aes. I slink out the back of the wet wig. The alley is dead, silent, not really what I expect from a fight. A dull crunch reaches my ears, then a thud. I peer around the corner of the building, careful to keep hidden. Dark glistening red splatters, the ground spidering through the seams of cobblestone. It guides my eye to a collapsed body across from me. Once so violent, the roughneck is now little more than a sack of crumbled flesh, blotted with mud. Damn. Aes exhales, his breath misting against the cold air. Blood flecks his knuckles as he looms over the motionless body, his feet on either side of it. Fear spreads like ice in my bones. Moments ago, he was joking and friendly with the others, but now? Aes' crimson eyes find me at the dark. Oh no. Not running, Sparrow? I warily rise to my feet, moonlight illuminating my face. I thought I was out of sight. Got eyes in the back of my head. Aes steps off the roughneck. My eyes stay locked on the body. It's wet, with layers of blood and grime, completely still. He's alive. Oh my, they're playing his theme again. Are you sure? Calling me a killer or a liar? What's worse, getting called a killer or a liar? Let's think about it. Let's think about it for a second. People consider Jeffrey Dahmer a serial killer, but people simp for him because, you know, people are weirdos. So like, let's not assume the game devs are weirdos. Let's assume they don't want me to call him a killer, okay? It was clear he didn't kill him, but he did brutally injure him. So let's click liar, which I guess is both. In that case, he's dead. Damn. R.I.P. bro. I squint and he smirks back. Don't believe me? To be honest, it's hard to believe anything coming out of your mouth. I'm a liar after all. His bloody knuckles catch his attention. He tries to rub them clean, but ends up smearing the blood around more. I keep making bad impressions on you. I didn't know you cared about my opinion. Just prefer you didn't piss yourself when we talked. Annoyance bubbles in my chest. Well, I'm not pissing myself, even with your bad impressions. Like the first time we met, AS chips away at my fear, replacing it with irritation instead. AS kneels beside the roughneck and frisks him. I can't help but wonder if the crime was worth the punishment. I hold my tongue. Defiantly, AS' hands search through the roughneck's pockets. It doesn't take him long to find his prize, a cigarette and matchbox. He strikes a match, sparks light up his angular features with a golden glow. It distracts for a moment, but my gaze inevitably drops back to the muddy body. You're just gonna leave him there? AS draws deep from the cigarette. He exhales heavily, smoke curling past his lips. Guys, for all those people who vape and all those people who smoke, even though I have zero control about your life, smoking is bad, guys. And don't smoke ever. Oh my, that was so cheesy. I breathe in the sweet spice scented of cloves. As his tension melts away, he looks at me with cold-lidded eyes. Should I give him a blanket? Unbothered by the maybe corpse, he takes a seat on a crate opposite the bar. I stand awkwardly, forgetting why I came out here in the first place. An unpleasant silence stretches between us. Weather's nice. Cold, murky, and humid, he means. I want to believe he's teasing me, but for all I know, this is pleasant for Erida. Was Princess good company? Who? He takes another long drag. His metal rings catch the light of the cigarette in a flash of red. Solus, who escorted you back. You named it Princess? Oh. I bet all of you wish to be that Solus. Not gonna lie, all of you wish to be that Solus. Because of this guy. Jealous? Amazing. I return his smile. You have no idea. I think your nickname's more fitting. Sparrow? Not sure where AS got it from. Maybe I should tell him to call me by my name, but it's kind of nice. You know what? No, I'm not giving in to the simping. Not that I would ever tell him that. Before I can dissect my feelings, I quickly change the subject back to the Solus. Surprised it didn't kill me. I'm surprised I survived, half expected it to maul me with my back turned. She's well-trained, food-motivated type. Won't bite unless she's hungry. Sounds about right. The idea of a tame Solus is still so outlandish to me. I was mauled by a mindless, bloodthirsty beast, and he's talking about them like they're pets. But it's possible, all because of the sea spring. I need to get the answers he wouldn't give me before. I carefully take a seat beside him on the crate, contemplating my strategy. He doesn't seem to mind. He closes his eyes, tilts back his head against the wall, relaxes. Without the pressure of his intense gaze, I feel myself ease up too, as long as I keep my attention away from the bloody heaps across from us. I glance over at AS and allow my eyes to move. What are we zooming in? Oh, on the tattoos. He does have cool tattoos. A sea glass colored tattoo spirals up his arm, painted over grooves of muscle. Silver jewelry glints in the moonlight. It draws my eyes to his bare chest. Rough hands, carved jaw. His ears, his horns, his pupils, everything about him is sharp, even the fangs that only he shows when he grins. Why are we giving him a full examination? We're really checking him out, nah? Not many scars though, strange, save for the one cut through his brow. AS is unmarked for how seasoned he acts. What's your verdict? Oh, he caught on. I whip my head in the opposite direction. What verdict? Got a good uh, got a long, good look? Are you impressed, or do I need work? My face grows hot. I've seen worse. He responds with a low chuckle, draped in smoke. Keeps staring then. My embarrassment spikes without thinking. I blurt out a change in topic. I have questions about the sea spring. Boredom eclipses amusement in an instant. He closes his eyes again. Of course you do. I thought I made myself clear what you would be giving up. Before you kicked me out to go drinking, I still need to know more. My turn for a question. It sounds more like an order than anything else. I bristle under his narrowed gaze. Fine. He takes a long pull from his cigarette and lets the smoke trail slowly from his lips. Your curse. What about it? This song and dance is all too familiar. The selfish questions come first. What does it do? Is it painful? Can you control it? I brace myself for the inevitable onslaught. Is the thought of living with it really so unbearable? My dread dies with his words. No one had asked me that before. You have survived this long. Unless you're running out of time, I wonder if it's really worth the sacrifice. Oh. He flicks the cigarette aside and props his head on blood-smeared knuckles. But what do I know? I'm just an outsider. My fingers fuss with the trim of my cloak. Ordinarily, I would feel annoyed, but now my chest feels tight. You could have sold me if you were less honest. You're a shit salesman. Sorry for cuss word. Oh no, not Doe. Thought I was a liar. I changed my mind. We lapse into silence again. This time it's surprisingly nice. The quiet, chilled air is a calming reprieve. You know, you didn't seem like an outsider back at the bar. A lot of people liked you. Aeus raises a brow at me. I start by asking about. Let's ask about Veri. Him and Veri are like close. I was surprised to see that you and Veri are close. A blessing and a curse. From what I have gathered, most people think he's, I don't know, an asshole. Is asshole considered a bad word? I will apologize. I deeply apologize. And water's wet. That ain't the only thing. I should stop because, like, people are down bad and take it out of context. I wait for him to elaborate or add his thoughts, but he doesn't. So what do you like about him? He lets out a quiet laugh as if amused by my question. A lot of things. You already named one. You like that he's an asshole? Temperate matches the deeds. Looks good in blood and better in tears. Favorite things, the tail. Sometimes it frizzes up if you... He catches himself, clears his throat. It's hard to not let the disappointment show in my expression. So they oh. So like are they like Veri and like Aeus are like yeah, they probably are like sorry guys, sorry. I was overthinking something. Veri is one of the most honest people you'll meet. Just don't listen to a single thing he says. Those sound like complete opposites to me. Let's ask him about Leander. You and Leander clearly get along well. You like Leander? Doesn't everyone? He's helped me a lot since I arrived in Erida. He even got me a free room at the Wetwick. His charm has gotten him far, but for a leader, he sure likes it when others take control. Part of me desperately wants to ask what he means. I think we all know what that means. We all do. We're not all innocent, guys. It's the sad truth. But Aeus continues before I get the chance. Surprised we get along? Thought you would be at least each other's throats instead of drinking buddies. His smile is easy, but there's a dangerous edge to it. Neither has done a good job for a human. Naturally, there will come a time when his resolve is tested. Same could be said for anyone, in this plane or the next. As for my resolve, well, stick around in Erida long enough and you'll find out. I nod slowly. I can't decide if it sounds like a promise or threat. Got any more observations, Sparrow? Let's ask him about Kuros. I didn't know that you and Kuros were friends. In a way, I helped him in the clinic sometimes. Doctor doesn't let most people closer than at arm's length. And you do? Heart's on my sleeve. Get the sense Kuros was like that in the past. Must have been burned. Lore? Backstory? He trails off after the last few words and then shrugs. He opens up in his own ways, if he's relaxed enough. I don't know how to even imagine that. You would be surprised, even the doctor has an endearing side. I can't decide what's more intriguing, the fact that Kuros has an endearing side, or the idea that AS has managed to coax it out of him. Tell me if you uncover any of his secrets. I would kill to know more. Of course he's a murderer. Let's ask him about Min. Maybe Min doesn't necessarily like you, but they definitely pay attention to you. AS' reaction takes me off guard. He growls, pinches the bridge of his nose, as exasperate as I have ever seen him. I make enemies as easily as I breathe, Sparrow. Doesn't bother me. But that dove's got it out on for me for no reason. Maybe they're unsettled by the feast ring. It's not about that. Goes without saying that they have got some issues. Don't think they understand that you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Honey has left a bad taste in my mouth in the past. It could be the same for them. At least you're capable of a conversation. Damn, Min just doesn't give a fuck. Sorry, but he just don't care. Do me a favor and teach the doves some manners. Thought they would lay off eventually if I didn't bite. Hasn't happened yet. I briefly considered the possibility that Min wants to get bitten. I'm not about to propose that though. My main point is that, speaking from experience, being an outsider usually means you don't have friends. I don't. I level him with a tired look. Fine, I'll confess. I have one friend. Don't say yourself. Osudis? Osidus? Who is he? My skin prickles at the name, hair strand on end. Who's that? Friend. It lives in my head. It lives in your head? AS taps his temple with a finger. Right here. Scared you off yet? That would be the third bad impression I have made on you today. I'm stunned for a long moment, processing what he had just told me. Is it like the whole mind hive thing, where you drink the red liquid and Then I burst into a fit of laughter. You're serious? AS grins, wide enough to flash his fangs. Oh my W-Riz smile right here. Deadly. It sounds so fucking absurd, I can't help it. On top of everything I've gone through today, it feels like I'm living a fever dream. I've come close to death more times than I can count. Encountered tame Solus and a horrifying group mind, and now I am supposed to believe that there's someone living inside AS's head? There are tears in my eyes by the time I rein myself in. AS waits patiently, lips quirked in amusement. Sorry. It just sounds so ridiculous. The tension that wound my shoulders so tightly has melted away, and for the first time in a long time, I feel like I can breathe. I feel better. Dukas, where in the rat's ass are you? Damn. Sorry for us, Raku's gruff shouts rise in the sheets, echoed by the sound of heavy boots sloshing through mud. The voices shared a roughneck's accent from the bar, the same roughneck who is still maybe dead and lying bloodied across from us. I nearly forgot about him. I shove to my feet as their voices get louder. They're closing in quick. AS pulls me by the wrist out of the alley, away from the beaming moonlight. Oh no? We dive into a nook between buildings, veiled in the shade of tattered canopies. It's a tight fit. AS boxes me in against the wall, his body all but pressed against mine as he towers over me. Yo, whoa, AS, personal space. For the second time today, the heat scent of smoke envelops me, but this time cut with the metallic tinge of someone else's blood. AS pitches his voice low. Quiet. My heart leaps into my throat. I'm suddenly acutely aware of the heat radiating off AS's body, the feeling of his leg grazing my thigh, the closeness of his breath. Interesting, AS, interesting. This is bad. Wait, did I skip something? Oh, nope. I squirm against him and earn a burning crimson glare. Do we have to... His hand covers my mouth, muffling my whispers. He shakes his head, dumb. Damn, he's over here, Dukas. Wake up, you bastard. Sorry. A group of individuals, all brandishing spiked weapons, fill the alley. Once I get glimpses of their violet sashes, I instantly know they're not just roughnecks, they're gangsters. Only gangs with a lot of influence would fly colors so openly. Oh, AS is a part of a gang. I forgot about that. Again. I wish I could see what they're doing, but AS's arm all but blocks my sight. My eyes trail up the teal markings. They coil around his arm, his bicep. They lead up to AS's collarbone, to the cords hanging around his neck, and to the smuggest smirk I have ever seen. Let's be honest, we're all picking this hand one. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of options. My eyes start away from his face, following the line of his necklace down to his chest. The way the pendant hangs above the line of his abdomen just before the skin gets swallowed by darkness. A thrill jolts through me, my face hot beneath his touch. This can't be happening. Why am I getting worked up in this situation? Voices in the alley grabs AS's attention this time. Shit. Sorry. He's got more broken ribs than whole ones. What kind of freak did this? Man out. Find the cocksucker responsible. Sorry again. You free. Take Dukas back to base. At least he's still breathing. The alley clears out as footsteps rush away from us. We stay still until they are distant, melting into the rumble of the corridor. Only then does AS take his hand off my mouth. When we finally step back into the moonlight, the night air is ice on my skin. I feel dazed, and the need to keep my eyes off AS at all costs. Was that really necessary? The tremble to my voice is nothing but embarrassing. Staying hidden was the best option. It would be a hassle to run into them with you there. What? Because I'm dead weight? Because 3 bad impressions are enough for one day? Damn. The answer is too vague for my liking, but he's probably right. Either way, I don't have the energy to argue. Come on, Sparrow. Let's get you home before you are framed for murder. Very funny. We reached the front of the wet wick too quickly. I hate to admit it, but I don't want to separate from AS yet. And not just because he never answered my questions. He's infuriating as easily as he makes me feel on edge. He can make me feel safe, secured, somehow. You know where to find me. At the creepiest place in the world. Take your time before you decide to drink. I happen to like your shitty attitude. Sorry. It takes me a moment to process, then my eyes flutter down to my feet. I'll keep that in mind. When I glance back up from the ground, AS is already down the street, disappearing into the throng of people. No fanfare, not even a wave. Asshole. Sorry. Oh. Choose my fates. Let me save. I think this is the end, no? Unless y'all want me to go for each one. It's up to you guys. But we can get started on another game or something else. But I hope you like, comment. My mouse is spinning randomly. Sorry. I hope you can like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'm gonna play a new game. This game has been a fun experience. I can't wait for the full game. And let's hope our main character is able to get rid of the curse. Have a good day, y'all.